Yeah.
And you all got that teeny turner down that for that really small. That's a really big one.
I'll sit at the back.
Are you singing happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Thomas Edward, happy birthday to you.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah. I hope this cake tastes as nice as it looks.
Yeah.
Spent all afternoon making that.
Well, we've been at where Mum's been making this. She started at what, 12:30?
Took me 2
And
hours to
it's-
make that.
4 now. So it's T's birthday today. I should say I didn't see her there. It's T is. Oh, no, well, I should say it's Thomas Edwards, also known as T. And it's the 23rd of May 2023, and it's my birthday today. I'm 26.
Wow, that's
a big number.
Fast, yeah.
So I've got my
5
cake,
o'clock on a Friday.
but we're not going to eat my cake. We're going to go up to the coast, where we like it on the coast, on the beach at Bootle Beach or Esmeals Beach, and eat it up there and brew up, and then go and dig a few trenches on the beach and that, and make a few sandcastles.
And meet Sam.
Yeah, meet Sam. Hopefully see Sam. So I'm gonna just push this aside. Mum's gonna put it in a tub.
Can I do that?
Yeah,
now
you can do
while
that now.
opening, yeah.
And I want to open me cards and me presents. So I can't be sure that's got my address on there. And these and that. And here, Mum's already put on here. Mum's got me some jeans and a new shirt, and the jumper I'm wearing today, Mum got me for my birthday. My brother Matthew Tilly up north bought me a jumper. It's like a pink one, and I got a shirt, but not this shirt. But I technically did get this shirt. But it's a long story. I got a shirt off Mum, and this is off my cameraman, but it's a shirt what shrunk, what couldn't fit my cameraman, but it fits me now. So I'm going to open my cards here. Right, so I'll get open. I've got my Swiss Army knife, my EDC. I want to open this one. I have a feeling who this is come by. I can't show you the address, but it's got classic trucks on it. There's a Foden, a Mammoth at AEC, and there's a Atkinson, a Bedford, and a ERF there, and there's something at the top there, a Ford 7V drop side. So I'll just get this open. This was something I was meant to get in June, and I was in a Patreon TE meeting on the 10th of June. And before we actually do a big YouTube meeting, we're doing a Patreon one. And a certain Patreon, I'll tell you in a minute, was going to bring this down. But he said, oh, I'll put it in the post on Saturday to get it for your birthday instead. What was it saying? And Johnny, who's one of my patrons, he's a funny patron in a way, because he came through Pete C, Cortina City. Cortina City mentioned me, and Johnny found me and then supported me. And he's actually sat in this very seat here behind me, this railway seat, with his wife, Tracy.
Many happy returns to you from Johnny.
Yeah.
Tracy. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, check it out. Quicks, or whatever you ever pronounce them. They're Canadian made. And they got the bits in the handles, and then you put them in the top. And they've all got like that's teeny turner down. That's for like really small stuff where you're doing phones. And then they got the bigger ones. And then I haven't got it with me. It's in the pocket over there. Johnny for Christmas, I think it was, got me another one, a little stubby one. And they're really good. They made them in Canada. They were aircraft engineers made them for working on aircraft. They're quite a trick sort of screwdriver. And he said, I've got you something, but I'll let you know what it is in case if you have got it or what. If you got it already, unless you want something else, because he wanted to get something for my birthday. I said, no, they will do. I said, they were on my list. I nearly bought them because I wanted the full set. So that's really good. That. Thank you, Johnny. It's spot on, that is. And then I will open me cards, see what I've got in my cards. Oh, it's from the cameraman. It's from T's cameraman, right? I was like, no. Pretty good, that. That's from Isle of Wight. The cameraman's just been on holiday to Isle of Wight. Just got back the other day. So look, they're all going on a mantelpiece. We've still got the cameraman's up from March. This is from my mum, I think. Look, with love, son, have a great day, enjoy yourself. Look. It's got boats and planes in it, and it's got eggs. It's a proper writing shed. Tools. This card reminds me of the shed you will eventually get with an adjoining garage to come. Mum, that's it. Lots of love, Thomas, and your 26th birthday. How times fly with Mum. Like your card, Mum.
You what?
Your card's good.
You like it, do you?
Yeah.
I thought it should just be right when you get your share.
And that one's off the cameraman.
Oh, that's nice. That's from the Isle of Wight, is it?
Yeah. And then they got these in the post, right? Not sure your address is on them, but both of them say TE on them. One says Mr. TE, and then one says at the end, courtesy of TE. So I don't know who these are off. One's from down south, and one has a Sheffield post office on it. Wow, yeah. Camera on it. Well, it even says TE on the mug.
Happy birthday, TE.
No, it even has it on the mug. Look, TE. A T with TE.
Who's that?
Oh, it's from Johnny and Tracy. To Thomas, in brackets TE. Best wishes on your birthday from Johnny and Tracy. It's from Johnny.
That's nice.
It's nice, isn't it? Then?
It's stuck on the front, is it?
No, he's wrote it on. TE.
Oh, right.
And it's got a camera on it and a train. Oh, it's got a dog. Oh, nephew. Chillax, it's your birthday. Ken and Linda. Have a birthday. It's a ding. From Ken and Linda.
Oh, from Ken and Linda.
It's good, isn't it?
Nice. I think there's a parcel in the post.
There's a parcel, yeah. Actually turned up.
You alright, Sam?
Yeah,
Yeah, how are you doing? Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Oh, we're on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, listen, I heard it's your birthday and
It is.
stuff, yeah. Just been busy in the office, but I just nipped out, you know.
Yeah.
And I just got you a few prezzies, have a look
Wow.
at these, yeah. Yeah, have a look at them.
Are they nose bags?
Yeah, nibble trays, you know,
open?
nibble. Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
have a look at one, yeah. Yeah, nibble trays, you know.
Nose bag tray.
Yeah, Rod has his bird seed in that.
Yeah.
Not that one, that's
Not
a
that
brand
one.
new one now, but I thought, you know, you get a few nibbles, put them in there. Yeah, just
But
get, you know.
DW.
Yeah, just don't go away. Yeah. Got you.
Another.
Yeah, now I've sort of got you. Hang on. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
you got your card.
Yeah,
Thank you
got
very
your
much.
card. Yeah.
The cameraman back.
Yeah. I
He's
don't
bought me
know.
anything yet.
He's not, but he's been away. Isle of Wight
Yeah.
cameraman. Yeah. I've been sleeping in his bed while he's been away.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's filthy. You know. I don't know how he sleeps in that bed. I don't know. No, he's a dirty get he is. You know.
Well, look, doggies
Yeah.
in the back of the voice travel.
I thought you'd like that.
Oh.
Yeah. A couple of corgis and a
Corgis.
Morris Traveller, you
Yeah,
know.
we're real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it? That.
That's that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all done you like signed
wow.
and stuff. Yeah.
It's not rude.
No.
It's the best one this year.
Yeah, we don't do rude,
It's
you
a
know.
tradition in the T family household is every year.
DW here, yeah.
DW does. DW and the gang and other people do a drawing in my birthday card.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been
right.
happening since I was like yay big.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
we used to do them from
Yeah, we've got
So
a
we got a
finger.
really big one this
Yeah, let's
year.
have a look at this. Yeah, it's all right. that
I
is,
haven't
yeah.
had it out yet.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's the business that is.
The
Yeah,
business?
that's from Michelle business days when
Is
he.
it?
Yeah, that's
it's-
going back. That's
It's 1983 and DW is putting down the conga solo for Spandau Valley Gold single. Because
Yeah.
if you don't know, DW was a conga player, a session conga player.
Yeah.
And he's worked on lots of tracks.
Yeah.
Mum's just going to work
Gold.
on
Always.
Gold. So when Gold comes on the radio, DW says after writing for me royalties.
Yeah, I always
and
get me
in
royalties.
Audi you get Gold chocolate bars, and they're from doing Gold album. He gets
Yeah.
loads of them free. So he's doing his recording, a single in a London recording studio, and it says recording, and it says gold, gold, always believe in it, so you've got the power too. And then it says, okay, that was great, DW, that's some control room, that. There's a big Marshall amp.
Got a big Marshall amp, you know.
And then it says...
You've got me big muscles and me DW muscle vest, you know. And me DW congas, you know.
You can read that bit.
Yeah, no, that's what I was doing. Like, see that? Right, hang on, let me show you. Just there, yeah. So that's, you know, at the end they go da 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 da. Yeah, but I did one too many, right? Yeah. So they edited it out. Did it in the edit, you know. It was like, see, I mean, nobody just.
And even at showbiz, it has Daddy Wrinkles on his congas.
Yeah, I got me congas. Yeah. That's when I got, you know, before I went into it, being an agent and stuff.
Yeah, and a manager, and he always had a muscle vest.
Yeah, I got me muscle vest, big muscles, you know.
And then over here, this is the control
muscles,
room. It has a Max Bygrave's gold disc on the back wall.
Oh, yeah, Max.
Great rhythm, amazing. And it's got a Tom Jones.
Yeah, well, unusual. You know, that's not unusual, is it, you know? No. Yeah.
And then this is Jock, who you've never seen, Jock. He's a Scottish.
Jock. He's
like a little hunting dog, Jock.
Yeah, he was all right.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
And then this is Peter, who you haven't seen either. And Peter was brought up at Shap on the farm, and then he ended up firing steam on the west.
He went to Crewe North. Crewe North.
But where he knows Daddy Wrinkles is behind camera. Is Peter ended up being a warm-up act for Wham, for George Michael and Andrew Ridgely. And that's where he met Daddy Wrinkles, because he's a conga player. But he didn't, because he already knew DW from
Liverpool Docks. Yeah.
Because Peter, when steam disappeared and Class 40s came, you still had someone to run the steam heat boiler. So Peter would run it. Yeah. And he'd go into Liverpool Docks.
Heated banana vans. With a big boiler on the Class 40.
DW with his big muscles.
Yeah.
Used to unload bananas off the boats, and he thought one day that all the bent bananas were defects, and he ate over.
Yes, right.
He thought they were meant to be straight because he hadn't seen them before.
So I got a push.
So he met Peter there, and Peter introduced him into showbiz when he got into it, and that's where he ended up being a conga player.
Because Peter were doing a few clubs and stuff, you know, because when they got rid of the Duchesses, you know, they're like a big steam engine, they are Duchesses. He wasn't really into Class 40s and doing the steam heat boiler, you know. Yeah. So he started doing a few clubs, you know. Yeah. Like Bernard Manning and that Frank Carson geezer, you know. And he said to me, he says, you want to learn some get. So I'm no good at jokes, you know. Yeah. So he says, well, learn an instrument, you know. So I got me congas out, you know what I mean, and took a few lessons, and then I got a few gigs, you know, like conga player, you know, session conga player available.
You've done all sorts. So when you hear congas on the radio, it's about 95% DW's done it. If it's pre-1990.
Yeah, I tell you what, I did. I won gold, obviously, but I did. Have you heard of Jimmy Bow Horn?
Oh, Jamie Bow Spank.
Spank. Jimmy Bow Horn Spank. You can look it up on YouTube if you haven't heard it. Jimmy Bow Horn Spank. Yeah, and that's my conga solo.
Got it on LP, haven't we? That?
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, because Peter was suddenly doing, like, you know, Wham. Yeah. He introduced me to different people like Pepsi and Shirley. Yeah. And, you know, I used to go and see Pepsi. Peter always used to think I was going to see him, but I was really, I like Shirley, I did. Yeah. But they introduced me to, like, people like Trevor Horn, you know, producers. Yeah. And
is that how you made contacts now?
Yeah, and Tony Visconti, you know. Yeah, Tony Visconti.
But also, Mike, who we know, Crocodile Mike, was an agent from London. DW knows him from when Mike used to escape out the zoo in London and come up the waterways. Yeah. He used to come to Liverpool when he was on the docks, didn't he?
That's right, yeah. Mike got into show business, you know, because if you could, you know, fingers right.
Or was he in Knowsley for Safari Park?
Yeah, well, he came up to Knowsley, do a bit of breeding, you see. Because he had a lonely female, you know.
A stud, was he?
Yeah, he was a bit of a stud. He still is a bit of a stud in his day, you know. Yeah. Doesn't, you know, I tell you what, you know, I said to him, I said, at your age you should be taking Viagra. You don't need no Viagra. Mike doesn't know. Anyway, listen, you off out to the beach?
Yeah. Are you coming?
No, I can't, because it's like, what time is it now?
It's 4:21.
Yeah, you're just getting up now in Los Angeles in California.
Off, have you?
Yeah, it's be 20:08. Got a few deals I've got to do, so I've got to be ringing a few people.
Rod.
Yeah, well, Rod and one or two of my other acts, you know.
Look on here, it says to Thomas happy birthday, and then it says Peter, DW, Jock, Rod, Mike, Barry, and Peanut. And Peanut is a blue elephant who does. It's a long story. You will learn eventually on the DW and Friends channel what's coming up. DW. Peanut does a bit of truck driving for DW. It's one of his side hustles.
Yeah, but he's sort of like, you know, he was a circus elephant.
He was, he was a circus elephant.
Circus elephant.
And that's why he knows how to drive trucks.
Yeah, but he can drive the old ones, you know, the big mammoths and the old Foldings like and stuff. AECs and stuff.
Like Scamels.
Yeah, he knows how to do a crash box.
You think it was young Jerry Cotwell's circus?
He did a bit with Jerry, did a bit with Jerry. And also Chipperfield, you know. And Gandys, you know, have you heard of Gandys? Yeah, he's worked them all in his time. Yeah, he's done them all.
Because Jerry Cotwell was the first person to fly elephants on a plane.
Yeah. Oh, I'd say Austins. He didn't do anything with Austins, you know, because Austins came later, you know. Yeah. They sort of teamed up with Jerry and you know, they did like the Ration State and all that. But by then...
So he's worked for the Mongolian Laughing Boys, Dad?
Years ago, Barry Balls, he's worked with Barry Balls. He always talks about Barry Balls, So he's a good bloke, Barry Balls. Yeah. Apparently Barry Balls, right, he'll always buy you a pint, you know what I mean? If you're skint, he doesn't look at you and say, I bought them yesterday, so you're going to buy them today. He just gets his hand, he used to get his hand in his pocket and he'd buy it, you know. Yeah, everybody, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's a good guy apparently. Hey, listen, I best get on because...
we got Pat Carr.
Yeah, I've got to, you know, it's a big deal, you know, so it's about 8:20, I would think, and like, so listen everyone.
So what's that? Is California West Coast?
Yeah, West Coast.
Behind it.
Yeah, same as Sally, right, Los Angeles, right, is where Hollywood is, and that's like about 400 miles from San Francisco. Yeah. They're both on the same coast, you know. It's a nice place, you know. You want to go one day, well, I'll come with you, you know.
Yeah, that'd be good,
But I might put a good word in for you, you know what I mean? See if I can get you a bit of a gig, you know.
Yeah, we good on it.
Can't promise anything, but you never know. No. Yeah, they might like a bit of tea, so I might mention it. So, right, everyone, don't forget DW and Friends is coming up on YouTube soon.
We tried to upload a video the other day for his channel, but it didn't let us, so we've got to...
Yeah, it's coming now. I've got to get verified, you know. It's difficult because I've not got my pet passport, you know. No. Yeah, so I need a pet passport, you know. So we're going to... Right, anyway, I'll let you get on, right.
In a bit,
yes, in a bit. You have a good day at the beach, you know.
You too.
Say hello to that Sam Morris, you know.
Yeah, Sam Morris,
Yeah, he's a bit of a geezer, he is. Yeah. See you, my son. Bye.
So there we go. These will go up mantelpiece. We're going to pack the car, put spades in, and we'll put my wellies in, and cake and brewing up stove. We're going in Olivia. We've got to check Olivia though, because we've just worked out there's a small water leak somewhere. So we've got to check Olivia before we go. And then we're going to drive up, and I'll see you probably either on the way I'll film a bit, or when we get up there. So I'll see you We've arrived in Bootle. We're at the toilets. This is compulsory. You stop at the toilets because when you get to the beach, there's no toilets for Mum, so she gone to the toilet. Sometimes we have to, in between brewing, we have to come back if Mum needs a toilet. So we stopped here. I've just rang up Sam on the phone, and he said, "Oh, I'll be on my way." He only lives in Millham, Sam. He's only down the road, so he'll be arriving. He'll cut across. If we're here, we won't see him. He won't come this way. He'll cut through the other way. So we might not see him. He might be there before we do. And then we get to the sands and we brew up, and then we're going. It looks like the tide's in, but we might try and do a bit of digging. It's a family tradition is digging on the west coast of Cumbria, doing dams and channels and castles. So there you go. T on T's birthday. Sam Morris is behind us. You might not be able to see on camera. He's there. Something like that. In his red escort van. It's a Royal Mail van.
That's his van, though.
Yeah, it's his van. He bought it from Coniston just outside our school. Quite a good shot, that.
What's this called?
Bootle. He's sort of in Bootle. He's sort of like he's sort of these suburbs almost. Where's Grassy Knob? Gatekeeper. Me and Mum nearly had a house there, nearly lived there. And now we're coming down now to the beach. The railway's on the right now. Stephen Forrest Drive on that. It was a T Patreon. I'm at Bootle Beach or S Mills Beach, whatever you want to call it. I've just sat with Sam Morris. I mentioned him earlier on. I've known Sam 14 years now.
Yeah.
Long time. We went to school, secondary school with each other. Now Sam's a very interesting character. You think I'm an interesting character? Sam's just like totally. He's like everything else and more. So like steam, he's into steam, stationary engines, old Land Rovers, old classic car, anything what has wheels on or is interesting. Or going down mines is the new one. Yeah. So we might have a look with what he's got in his van. He's making a steam engine at the moment, so I might show you that. We're just having birthday cake, what T's mum made. I think it's gluten free, I think. And I've got a tea with tea. And we're just sitting around like gypsies for a while, and then we'll go off into the beach when the tide goes out and do a bit of digging. That's the plan.
With that sound,
Alright.
it's a bit dry, isn't it? Chuck it to birds if you don't want to.
For Thomas.
Hey?
We're doing my video. He's talking, you see.
Not one of my best chocolate cakes. You should have the thick icing on top, as I say. But
Take no cake for me.
it's alright. You eat me up, God, do you think you get?
But it's like they've built posh bits in it to sort of make it a bit more corporate. But before it's such a big railway, you know, like the 20s you see on the main line,
Yeah.
class 20s or main line 47s and stuff. A lot of them are refurbed there.
Oh,
They have a
right.
big unit. And they have steam as well at the back. We once went there, and then this big shed at the back, there was 2 class 66s,
Yeah.
and all the bashers tried to take it, and all shivering them out, get them out, because they hadn't been officially released, because they had some
Released, yeah.
design on them or something, or they were made for some company. So yeah, it's all sorts of stuff. Like for years when me and Paul went, there was a big class 40 what had been waiting to be refurbed. It had big cracks in the bogies and it.
Alright,
I
yeah.
was getting ready for. And do you know, like those ICI hoppers Paul did at Buxton?
Yeah.
Just a couple of them there and stuff.
Alright, yeah.
Really good. I'll tell you the date.
I've heard a bit about it, like.
I think we've always said to you that we need to take it.
There's somewhere good to go and have a look around, like
Lancashire boiler, and I'm going to cut this box down to about, say, this sort of length.
Yeah.
And then cut another piece off a bit shorter and weld it on the bottom like an L shape.
Yeah.
And then this itself will be the firebox, and then the draft off the fire will pull it through the boiler. This will be sat lower than the boiler, so the boiler will be the entrance to the fire tube on the boiler. It'll be about, say, about here on the tube at the top of the where the heat's getting pulled up off the flame. So this will be kind of subterranean to the ground.
Yeah.
And then the draft will get pulled through the boiler, and then up the smokestack. We're going to have the boiler set back like over here, say, and the smokestack up the back of it in a little stone building.
Oh.
And this is for a 1/16 scale model mine.
Yeah.
And it's an iron ore mine that I've built over lockdown and that. And I've got a little ore gauge railway that I've put around it. I'm just in the process. I've got a steam winding winch that I made out of Willesco.
You showed me it when you did a pit head gear for it. When you did like a, you made pit head gear with it with a wheel.
Yeah, I used the pit head shear wheels on the top of the pit head. They were actually a Mammoth rear wheel off a steam loco, steam traction engine loco, because they've got a groove cut in the centre of them and the spoke like a shear wheel would be on a pit head. So this boiler and firebox is going to be the heart of the mine. It's going to supply the steam for the winding engine and the steam for the generating plant. Yeah. And then I'll also have a few other tap-offs that I could use for elsewhere in the mine.
So Sam started off, what are we going, how many years? We're going back 8 years now since you got your first station, the Atlas to D.
Yeah, it'll be 8 and 9 years. So, I think it'll be.
Well, how old were we then? What, 16, 17?
16, 17, yeah.
I remember going to Sam's, and in his driveway he had this really rusty Lister D. I remember him playing around with it, and he had this tap on the side. He was playing with it. And I don't know anything about this, but I just got it because I wanted it. And now, fast forward 8 years, he's got half a dozen engines. I don't know how many he's got.
Well, in my shed, I've got 17 engines.
Yeah, it's a lot
in there.
And the thing is with Sam is you'll go 1 week and he sold half of them because he saw something else.
Yeah, because what I do is I trade my way up.
Yeah.
So.
But you keep your special ones, like you got a nice hit and miss, haven't you? And your Lister D, you've always kept that.
Yeah, I've always kept that. I've still got that.
So that's your first.
Yeah, it was my first one. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've got a nice collection of old station engines. Like, do like the old engines. I'm actually in the process at the moment of turning an air compressor into a hit and miss engine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
And if you go in,
story.
I know exploring at fighters, Dan Dixon went in his shed and it's like Aladdin's cave.
Yeah.
It's like one side he's got big shelves, big ammunition shelves, and then engines and lathes and tools.
Oh, I've got all sorts.
The thing is that I can go back so far with Sam is that I can remember his original shed.
Yeah.
What was tiny next to his house. And it was tiny, but back then it was for fire extinguishers. That's what you used to like when we were at school, and bits of all sorts of stuff.
All sorts of stuff, wasn't it?
And then he outgrew that and got a bigger shed. And I remember him building his bigger shed. And then his mum appeared back home once, and Sam had knocked the shed. It was big. But then he knocked it through and made it even bigger and took half his mum's garden.
Yeah, so they went on holiday for a week. Yeah. And at the time they were demolishing part of my housing estate. Yeah. And I went and seen the demo boys and I said, can I have all them tin sheets? Like, I want to make an extension. And the idea was, I'll just make a bit of a lean-to off it. And then I got encouraged to make it like
even bigger. Because that was it, you made a lean-to and it looked like you could put an engine in it.
Yeah, so I made like a little lean-to first for my motorbike just to go in. Went on my motorbike, and then that soon grew and then
then
bigger and bigger like.
So it's got bigger and bigger, and like Sam were in the house he lives in now. And he always says he's going to tarmac up front, so he can put loads of stuff on front. So yeah, we'll go to Sam's one day and do a video, video.
Do one, yeah.
And we'll best get on and get some digging done because Sam's got work in the morning and we won't go and get food in Ulverston. So we'll go and get some digging. I'll do a walk round in this so I can put it in my B-roll. You won't be able to hear it, it's so windy. Car. There's loads of people like you being up.